Hi, and welcome back to Ali Lives Well on Less. I'm Ali. I'm a 58-year-old early retired teacher living on a small teacher's pension of £9,000 a year. I spent many years working part-time, so it is a reduced pension, and I have still got 9 years left until I get my state pension at 67. So for now, yes, I am living on my small pension of around £9,000 a year. So if you're new here, on Fridays we talk about something food related and we call that Foodie Friday. And today I want to talk about how being prepared with your food can help you save money. And I hope she doesn't mind me mentioning her, but the budget foodie, Rashinda, was not well a few weeks ago, and she has vlogged about it, saying that she didn't have food in her cupboards or her fridge, and she was really poorly and had to get a delivery. Um, Food is one of the things I am always prepared on. I always have stuff, stuff in the fridge. Well, maybe not so much, but I always have stuff in my freezer and I always have stuff in my store cupboard. Before I moved house, which is unbelievably almost 4 months ago, I deliberately ran down my store cupboard because it was less to pack and move. And it was also a good chance to use up things that maybe needed used up or given away, or I don't think I binned very much. I think it was quite good, and I watched my days. And that is something you need to be careful of if you are keeping things longer term. But having a well-stocked pantry, store cupboard, definitely saves you money. And when people say, how can you live on such a small amount of shopping budget each month? My budget is £120 for everything that you get in the supermarket. The secret really is to build up a stock of things when you have a little bit of spare money. And that's what I'm hoping to do at the end of this month. So you're seeing this on Friday, and then there'll be 3 days left of September. So on the 30th, which is Monday, I will do an adding up of how much I've spent at the supermarket and what I've got left over from my £120. I can either save it, I could spend it on a treat or do something frivolous, or I could buy something for my store cupboard, which is behind me. So today was a day where I had lots of things on and I was taking my daughter-in-law somewhere. So Luna has been in daycare today, and that's her first visit for a wee while, and oh my goodness, she was so excited. So I'm trying to get so much done before I have to go and collect her in maybe about an hour or two. So I'm going to show you a few things from today. So when I drop Luna off, I always go into Lidl. And I think every time recently, in fact, for the last 6 weeks since I started doing the vlog, there have been Lidl boxes and the veg boxes. And the last few times, I deliberately haven't taken one because I have loads. I have loads of stuff in my freezers from the Lidl veg boxes. So even though I was there at the right time for the good boxes, I left them. The secret is only take what you need. So I didn't need it, so I've left. I left. I think when I went in there were four. When I came out there were two left. So hopefully someone else will be blessed with a good box and be able to use up the things in it. So in Lidl this morning, I got my free almond croissant because I had reached the Lidl limit the last time I was in. So I got my free pastry. And I also wanted to pick up some cold and flu tablets. So at this time of year, Any supermarket I go into, I will always pick up 2 packets, because that's all you're allowed to buy in one go. 2 packets of cold and flu tablets. Over the years, I've found that if I come down with a winter bug, these are pretty much the only thing that it takes the edge off it for me. So the Lidl price for these is £1.45. £1.45, and that's 16 capsules. And then when I got home, I thought, I wonder how much they are in Tesco. So I looked it up online, and the exact same thing in Tesco, max strength, day and night ones. I also have a pack of day and night. The night ones don't have caffeine, so that's how you can sleep. Sorry, off topic there. So yes, I checked on Tesco. So their own brand of Max Flu tablets was £2.30. So even the difference between the Lidl and the Tesco. And then I thought, I'll check the Lemsip, the big brand one. And I almost went when I saw the price. £6. £6 for the Lemsip branded 16 capsules. Exactly the same ingredients. I even checked exactly the same percentage and the same grams of the active ingredients. So there you go. It pays to look around. When I was in Lidl this morning, I also wanted to get some fruit pastels, because when I get a raspy throat, and that's something that was an occupational hazard, fruit pastels were the one thing that I could suck, and it did sort of soothe my raspy throat. So again, I've picked up the Lidl's own brand. Now these are not vegan or vegetarian, so that is something to consider. 230 grams for 85p. And when I got home, I looked up the Tesco price for the Rowntree's brand, and their pouch is £1.50, and there's only 143 grams in it. So while I was a regular Tesco shopper, I have found over the last few months that I am moving more towards shopping at Lidl, because it is much cheaper. It's just cheaper. And because I've got the app, I can track how much I have spent so far this month. So in Lidl, from the 1st of September onwards, I have spent £65.25. And the only other supermarket shopping I did was I popped into Waitrose, because that's the only place I can get a 1.5 kilo bag of organic bread flour. And it's actually on offer just now. It's £2. And I can get 3 sourdough loaves out of a big bag like that. £10.13. That's how much I spent in Waitrose. So far this month, with 4 days to go till the end of the month, I have spent £75.38. So I've got around £25 out of my £120 food budget left. And I will probably use that to build up some more store cupboard things. So this is my store cupboard. It's not very big, but hopefully I do have a plan which you may have seen or will see in my house tour video that I'm going to put out. I'm going to convert somewhere to be an extra storage place, and I'll be able to keep a lot more stuff in there. But in here I keep my little medicine basket, so I'm prepared if I am feeling grotty and I'm not well enough to go to the supermarket to pick up stuff. So I've got my usual paracetamol. I'll put in my cold and flu tablets. The only thing that works for me if I've got a bad cough is the branded Benylin chesty coughs. Sometimes it is worth paying a bit more. I haven't found anything generic yet that works as well, and I can touch wood, since I retired in summer 23, I'm going to whisper it, I haven't been ill. I haven't caught any viruses. I haven't had any coughs, colds, chest infections. So now I've just tempted fate and I'll probably get one. But yeah, I've gone a whole year without anything. So it just shows how compromised my immune system was when I was working in school. So my little medicine boxes. Oh, and I also in the winter time I sometimes supplement with a vitamin tablet, just to give me an extra oomph to get through the horrible weather. But in my store cupboard, I'm starting to build up some tins. So I've got some tinned fruit, tinned veggies, and tinned potatoes. I always have stock powder. This is my favourite one, because I can sprinkle this in a lot of things, even like in a plain white sauce, and it just gives it a little bit of flavour. So that's my favourite one. I also have my flour and my sugar and my baking powder and stuff. And the other thing I like to keep is local honey. Now, local honey is not, I don't know the right word, but basically that's pretty much how it comes out the hive. The beekeeper strains off the little bits of wax and whatnot, and it is expensive. I mean, a little jar like that, I mean, that one costs £4.75. But in the winter, proper honey that's not been refined or processed in any way is much better, and can't be an old hot honey and lemon drink when you're feeling poorly. And I also have, if I'm really, really poorly, and purists will shout at me for this, but in a previous life I used to go to quite a lot of sort of black tie dinners, and quite often on the table for after dinner there would be a little tot of whiskey. So at the end of the night I used to go around the tables and ask if anyone minded giving me their whiskey if they didn't want it, and most people were quite happy to give me it. So this is actually a Macallan Fine Oak 10-year-old, but I'll use that in a hot toddy. I also use them in Christmas cake and stuff like that. So I've got a couple. Now these I have had for about 15 years, something like that. So I think I've got I've got five. I've got five left. Five left of the malt whiskies. So yes, here's a little tip for you. Okay, so what else do I prepare for? Tea bags. I always have my tea bags, and I was stood in Lidl the other week there doing tea bag mass. That was the video that got corrupted and I couldn't upload it, and I was trying to work out if it was cheaper to buy the big box of 210 tea bags in Lidl, and it worked out at something like 1.6 pence a tea bag, whereas buying it in Tesco was 2 point something pence a tea bag. So yeah. Yeah, I like nice tea. So what else am I going to, oh, this was the other thing. Now I haven't done it yet, but this is my fire cider. It's a traditional remedy for the winter as well, and there are millions of recipes out there, but basically it's apple cider vinegar, and you put in it all the things that are good for easing mucus when you've got a cough or a cold or the flu. All natural, all completely natural. And it has onions, garlic, ginger, chilies, lemons, rosemary, some variations you can put in horseradish and other things. Basically you let it steep for a goodly while, and then you strain it, and then you mix it with honey. So that's been sitting on my worktop for a wee while ready to do. And throughout the winter I will take a tablespoon of that when I'm not feeling well. So yeah, a little bit of a rambly Foodie Friday, but being prepared, having a well-stocked cupboard saves you money, and also if you're not well and you can't cook for yourself, you don't have anyone to go to the shop for you, you don't want to go to the expense of having a delivery, it would be sensible to have things in your store cupboard that I would call comfort food. So for me, it would be something like Heinz tomato soup or creamed rice pudding. So whatever you think you would want when you're not well, it would be sensible to keep that in the cupboard for those sort of just in case scenarios. So yes, I don't know if these fruit pastels are going to last in my store cupboard, because I do have a weakness for fruit pastels. We'll see. If I don't open them, I'm fine. If I open them, they'll be gone in a day or two. So, and I do have a little bit of a scratchy throat, so we will see. So thanks for watching my ramblings as always. Thank you so much if you have subscribed, liked, commented. It is all adding up to the growing success of this channel is just phenomenal. Subscribing doesn't cost you anything. It just means that my videos will pop up in your home feed when you go on to YouTube. So thank you so much for watching, and I might put my home tour video up and then do a end of the month Money Monday. I'll see. I'll have a wee look at the footage and see what I think. But enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.